Hi there. Sorry I couldn't be there in person. Nice to meet you all though, through camera. Pleased to be here today to talk to you about capsule endoscopy and AI. So I'll start today by giving you a bit of background on what capsules are, before moving on to our AI solution, how we're testing this and how we'll be implementing this into our daily practice and why that's important. So I work for Corporate Health. So at Corporate Health, we provide capsule endoscopy services across Scotland, Northern Europe, and the US. So to date, we've delivered around 7,000 capsules procedures in Scotland alone, and this is supported by a team of around 20 nurses, 7 healthcare assistants, 40 capsule analysts, 10 clinicians, and 10 technologists. So what is capsule endoscopy? So capsule endoscopy is a swallowable pill about the size of a vitamin pill, and it has 2 cameras either end that take images of your gastrointestinal tract, so your small bowel and your colon. It records a video as it's going through, and it sends this to a receiver that the patient wears as a belt. You then take the video off the recorder. Luckily, there's no need to retrieve the capsule and get the video off the capsule. And then you analyze this video for pathologies such as cancers and polyps. So where capsule endoscopy comes in generally in the healthcare system is that it relieves some of the pressure on colonoscopy units by triaging patients to the correct follow-up, or confirming that the patient is pathology free and they don't actually have to go through colonoscopy to identify that. So there's a lot of evidence out there, and the evidence shows that capsule endoscopy has a high diagnostic accuracy. And it delivers this with lower complication rates and increased patient preference compared to colonoscopy. So you don't have risks of obviously perforations and things like that you would have in colonoscopy. On average, videos are around 3 to 12 hours long, and during that time, capsules can capture around 400,000 images of the gastrointestinal tract. And as you can imagine, this makes it really time consuming to analyze these videos. So it can take a clinician up to 120 minutes to analyze a single video. And then you get issues around user fatigue. So there's only so many videos you can look at and so many frames you can look at of the GI tract before you get quite tired, and there's a chance that you might start missing things. So obviously we recognise the importance of this and how this is quite a limiting factor on the scalability of capsule endoscopy, and therefore limiting the benefits that it could have to relieve some of the pressures on the NHS. So what we've done is developed an AI tool. So through our project C-Scale, which is capsule endoscopy delivery at scale through enhanced AI analysis, we've developed a software called AI Speed. And what this does is it uses AI to score images based on the probability of an image containing a polyp. So just for now, this is just colon focused, so it's colonic polyps. So images are presented to capsule analysts in order of likelihood based on that probability of the image containing a polyp. And it's up to the user to then agree or disagree with that image and include it in a report. And as you can see on the screen here, we also provide heat maps to illustrate the area of the image responsible for that score, to try and decrease the kind of black box thing of AI, that making sure that clinicians trust us so we can see what is generating that probability score. So our neural networks are responsible for providing this probability score, and we've trained those on 120 capsule videos. And these capsule videos contained 1.3 million unique images. And as part of that, there were over 2,000 polyp images, unique polyp images, and 750 images of other pathologies like diverticular or bleeding, things that would be of concern to a clinician as they were looking at these capsules. So the annotations for these neural networks were provided by really experienced capsule video analyst experts, and they're sourced from a diverse population. So we can be confident that the data sets going in were really high quality and diverse data sets. So we already have early prototypes. So we're currently going through clinical trials to validate AI Speed in the tool. But from the early prototypes, we can already see that there's an improvement compared to users analyzing videos just without AI. So the time taken to review videos has been reduced by a factor of 6, and the sensitivity is increased from 80% with the standard tool that you get with the capsule that the manufacturers provide to 87.5% with AI. So we're not only doing the videos, analysing the videos faster, we're also getting more accuracy. So as I say, we're currently validating AI Speed at clinical trials. So it's a multi-site trial, so spread over 13 sites in England and Scotland, recruiting a total of 674 patients. And what this means is that we've got a huge amount of data then for real world deployment, because for us, the really important thing is getting this out there, getting this to clinicians, getting this to patients, and getting the benefits of this in a real world deployment. So we're going to have a huge amount of data to improve and inform our tool. Obviously, medical device certification data as well, and also data to train our neural networks to make sure that we're continuing to put in very diverse data to accurately reflect the populations that AI speed would ultimately be deployed in. And we've been able to achieve this thanks to our collaboration with a range of different groups. So one of the things I think is major about any of these, especially coming from a point of view of developer thing and not universities, having the collaborators out there that allow you to do these projects and help you to do these projects. So we've brought together an expert international team. So we've got computer scientists at the University of Barcelona, who we've developed our neural networks with. We've got gastroenterologists at the University Hospitals Coventry and Warwickshire, who lead our clinical trial to validate AI speed. We've got capsule program leads from NHS Highland and the ScotCap project, which help us with workflows and things like that, and their really valuable experience in leading these capsule projects. And obviously expertise in navigating health and care systems, which comes from Arden and Gem CSU, and is really important because, again, as I said, we want to get this out there and we want to get this something that's used in daily practice to deliver those benefits. And obviously these expertise are combined with our own experience delivering capsules, and again, assuring the practical applicability of AI speed, the scalability of AI speed to meet any demand, and the integration with any type of end user scenario or setup. So it is considered a medical device. So as such, we've had to navigate some regulations for the EU in order to use AI speed in real world deployment. So what we've done is we've created an effective and compliant infrastructure at CorporateHealth for the design, development and deployment of medical devices. And basically what that allows us to do is streamline the implementation process. So allowing for the development of other AI solutions and allow that development rapidly and the implementation rapidly whilst maintaining safety and quality. So it allows us, and we will be developing more AI solutions in future, but it allows us to collaborate with a range of different people and really quickly get something from an idea to something that's practically made and can be deployed and is out there in the real world delivering those benefits. And as part of that, we're working with BSI to be certified under new EU AI guidance, which means we'll be essentially future-proofed. We won't be having to redo all this regulation work again once the guidelines change. So we still have that flexibility in collaboration and development. And the reason why this is important is because AI really is likely to be the future of capsule endoscopy. So once we have our certification, we can provide a more efficient capsule endoscopy analysis with AI speed. And that allows us to improve the capacity of capsule endoscopy to meet the ongoing demand for lower GI diagnostics. We can deliver the scalability without sacrificing diagnostic accuracy, which is obviously really important. We can improve standardization between analysts. So I'm sure people also in this room that have worked in similar fields, or when you have imaging, you can have quite a lot of variation sometimes between analysts, which can cause issues. And finally, AI speed allows us to mitigate the lack of qualified healthcare professionals that are out there to analyze these videos, and also the time that we're taking from them, this 120 minutes that they could be spending focused on more important things that require dedicated clinician skills. And this is obviously critical given the waitlist is still not recovered to pre-pandemic levels for lower GI diagnostics, and already even before the pandemic, operational targets weren't being met before you had all the added complications. So this tool is just one in a number of AI tools being developed for capsule endoscopy, not just at CorporateHealth, but in the wider field. And it makes it a really exciting field in which healthcare professionals and data scientists are coming together and demonstrating that the future of capsules really is in AI solutions to improve the success, the quality and the cost effectiveness. A pretty whistle-stop tour of RAI and capsule endoscopy. Thank you for listening. I'll hand over back to the guys in the room.